fountain pen. What about that key?
To the apartment matches mine exactly. I bet you don't really need those. You need them.
Well, it still doesn't make sense. But it isn't worth $250,000 either.
Wait a minute.
What?
The tooth powder.
What about it?
Could you recognize heroin just by the taste of it?
Heroin. Peppermint-flavored heroin.
Well, I guess that's it. Dead end.
Well, go to bed. You've got to get up and go to work in the morning. There's nothing more we can do tonight.
I love you, Adam.
Yes, you told me.
No. The last time I said I love you, Alex. Hold it. They're recognizing Great Britain. What a fuss.
Mr. Chairman, fellow delegates, my distinguished colleague from Italy. Her Majesty's delegation has listened with great patience to the Southern European...
Oh, are you on?
No, it's all right. What's wrong, Adam?
Nothing's wrong. I think I found something. I was snooping around Tex's room and came across this in the wastebasket. I stuck it together again.
Well, that's the receipt Grand-Pierre gave me for Charles's things. I don't see how that's going to...
No, you're not looking. Last night when we went through the airline's bag, something was missing. An agenda. That's an appointment book, isn't it? It wasn't there.
That's right. I remember Grand-Pierre looking through it, but there was nothing in it, at least nothing the police thought was very important.
Can you remember anything in it at all?
Well, he did say something about Charles's last appointment.
With whom? Where?
I think it only said where.
No, come on, Reggie. Think. This may be what we're looking for.
Adam, that money doesn't belong to us. If we keep it, we'll be breaking the law.
Nonsense. We didn't steal it. There's no law against stealing stolen money.
Of course there is.
There is?
Yes.
When did they pass such a silly law? Now think, Reggie. What was in that appointment book?
Oh, it was a place or a street corner or something. Watch it, I'm on. Of the Western Hemisphere Conference... of the Western Hemisphere Conference held on March 22nd... No, wait! It was last Thursday, 5 o'clock, the Jardin des Champs-Élysées. That's it, Adam, the garden.
Well, it's Thursday today, and it's almost 5 o'clock. So come on. Oh, it's all right, gentlemen. Carry on.
Now what?
5 o'clock, Thursday, the gardens. Must be something around here.
Charles's appointment was last week.
Yes, I know, but this is all we got left.
You're not kidding. 10 minutes ago, I had a job.
But now you've got another job, so stop grumbling and start looking. I'll take that side. You poke around over here.
It's hopeless. I don't even know what we're looking for.
I don't think Tex does either.
Tex, is he here?
Look, I'm going to see what he's up to. You stay here.
Be careful, Adam. He's already killed 3 men.
Wait! Taxi! Look out. All right, where's the letter?
The letter, huh? It ain't worth nothing.
You know what I mean. The envelope with the stamps on it. I want it.
You greenhorn. Why, you thick-skulled, harebrained, half-witted greenhorn. And they was both too smart for us.
What are you talking about?
Oh, first her husband, now her. She betted all of them big eyes at you, and you fell for it like an egg from a tall chicken. You want the envelope? There. You take it. It's all yours. You killed all 3 of them for nothing. You greenhorn, you block-headed jackass. You nincompoop.
Sylvie, what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Jean-Louis.
Oh. What's he up to?
Oh, he was so excited when he got the stamps you gave him this morning. He said he'd never seen any like them.
I'm glad. What's all this?
The stamp market. It's there every Thursday afternoon. That's where Jean-Louis trades his stamps.
Good Lord, where is he?
What's the matter, chérie?
The stamps. They're worth a fortune.
What?
A fortune, come on. Oh, I don't see him anywhere.
We'll separate. You look over there. Jean-Louis. Reggie!
Jean-Louis, thank heaven. Do you have the... What's this?
A man gave me all those for only 3.
A man? Oh, no, Jean-Louis. Who? Where?
Là-bas.
Come on.
Oh, but he's gone.
I don't blame him. Monsieur Félix?
I was expecting you. I knew you would come. Look at them, madame. Have you ever in your entire life seen anything so beautiful?
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about stamps.
I know them as one knows his own face, though I had never seen them. This one, a Swedish 4 shilling, called the Gula Firaskillingen, printed in 1854.
What is it worth?
Well, the money is unimportant.
I'm afraid it's very important.
Well, in your money, perhaps $85,000.
May I sit down?
Yes.
And the blue one?
Oh, it's called the Hawaiian Blue. In 1894, the owner was murdered by a rival collector who was obsessed to own it.
And what is its value today?
65,000.
And the last one?
Ah, the best for last. Le chef-d'œuvre de la collection, the masterpiece. It's the most valuable stamp in the world. It's called the Gazette Moldave. It was printed by hand on colored paper and marked with the initials of the printer. Today, it has a value of $100,000. I'm not a thief, madame. I knew there was some mistake.
You gave the boy a great many stamps in return. Are they for sale now?
Oh, let me see. 350 European, 200 Asian, 175 American, 100 African, and 12 Princess Grace commemorative, which comes to 10 francs. And don't forget these.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, for a few minutes they were mine. That is enough.
Adam?
Hello?
Mr. Bartholomew?
Yes?
Tex is dead. Smothered. And Adam did it. He killed them all.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Tex wrote the word dial before he died. He's the murderer, I tell you.
Now, wait a minute. Just a minute, Mrs. Lambert. You better give that to me again.
It was the stamps on the letter Charles had with him on the train. They were there in plain view all the time, but no one bothered to look at the envelope.
Now, Mrs. Lambert, listen to me. You're not safe as long as you have these stamps. Now, let's see. Do you know the Center Garden at the Palais Royal?
Yes, the colonnade.
Yes, by the colonnade. As fast as you can get there. Hurry, Mrs. Lambert.
I'm leaving right away. Goodbye.
Reggie! The stamps! Where are they? Reggie! Wait!
Why, so you can kill me too? Tex is dead. He wrote dial on the carpet.
I'm not Dyer, you know that!
But Tex didn't know it. You're a murderer.
Reggie, I want those stamps!
American Embassy.
American Embassy. Mr. Bartholomew's office, please.
Would you speak a little louder, please?
I can't speak any louder. Mr. Hamilton Bartholomew.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bartholomew has left.
But someone's trying to kill me.
What?
Kill me! You've got to get word to him right away. He's in the center garden of the Palais Royal near the colonnade. Tell him I'm trapped in a phone booth right below him in the metro station, and the name's Lamb.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Bartholomew?
Yes?
There was a call for you just now, Mr. Bartholomew. It sounded quite urgent. A Mrs. Lampert.
Lampert? I don't know any Mrs. Lampert.
She says she's trapped in a metro station, and someone's trying to kill her.
Trying to kill her? Who does she think I am, the CIA? All right, I guess you better call the French police.
Mr. Bartholomew! Mr. Bartholomew! Help me!
Reggie, stop! That man is Carson.
We all know Carson Dial is dead, Mrs. Lambert.
I tell you, he's Carson Dyer.
Now, you're not going to believe him. Just bring those stamps over here. He's trying to trick you again.
Tex recognized him. That's why he wrote dial. If you take him those stamps, he'll kill you, too.
Mrs. Lambert, if I'm who he says I am, what's preventing me from killing you right now?
Because he'd have to come out to get the stamps. And he knows he'll never make it.
Mrs. Lambert, he wants the money for himself. That's all he's ever wanted.
He's with the CIA. I saw him at the embassy.
I tell you, he's Carson Dial.
That's right, Mrs. Lambert. That's right. I'm a dead man. Look at...
Oh, I don't know who anybody is.
Reggie, I beg you. Just trust me once more.
Why should I?
I can't think of a reason in the world why you should.
Stop right now, Mrs. Lambert, or I'll kill you.
It won't get you the stamps, Dial. You'll still have to come out to get them, and I'm not likely to miss at this range.
Maybe not, but it takes a lot of bullets to kill me. They left me there with 5 of them in my legs and my stomach. Mrs. Lambert, they knew I was still alive, but they left me there. I spent 10 months in a German prison camp with nothing to stop the pain. They left me there. Mrs. Lambert, they deserved to die.
But I had nothing to do with
You
it.
got the money now. It belongs to me. Mrs. Lambert, they knew I was still alive, but they left me there. That's why I had to kill them, all 4 of them. Please believe me, Mrs. Lambert, I'll kill you too. It won't make it. It's no use. You're running out of time. I've come too far to turn back. I swear I'll kill. Make up your mind, Mrs. Lampett, now. All right. I know you're in there, Mrs. Lampett. Come on out. Do you hear me? Come on out. I don't want to kill you, but I will. Come on out. Game is over, Mrs.
You didn't have to chase me so hard. That one's done. Do this one. I'm sorry I thought you were the murderer. But how was I to know he was as big a liar as you are?
Is that all the gratitude I get for saving your hide? You rub your own thinking for it.
The truth now, was it my hide or those stamps?
Well, what a terrible thing to say. How could you think that?
Then prove it to me. Tell me to go to the embassy first thing in the morning and turn in those stamps. I said, tell me to go to the embassy first thing.
I heard you.
Then say it.
Now, Reggie, listen to me. There's something I'd like to explain.
Never mind. I'll go by myself.
Well, what makes you think they're even interested? It's only $250,000. It'll cost more than that for them to fix up their bookkeeping. Now, as a taxpayer...
Who's a taxpayer? Crooks don't pay taxes. Excuse me, soldier.
Marine, ma'am.
Oh, forgive me. Who would I see regarding the return of stolen government money?
Well, you might try the Treasury Department, ma'am. Room 217, second floor, Mr. Crookshank.
217. Thank you, Marine.
Do you mind if I don't go in with you? The sight of all that money being given away might make me break.
Mr. Crookshank, please. My name is Lampert.
Yes. Mr. Crookshank? Miss
Mrs.
Mrs. Lampert to see you. Yes, sir. Go right in.
Thank you. Of all the mean, rotten, contemptible, crooked...
Crooked? I should think you'd be glad to find out I'm not crooked.
You can't even be honest about being dishonest. Why didn't you say something?
You were not allowed to tell. Now, come on, give me the stamp.
Wait a minute. How did Carson Dyer get an office in this building anyway?
Well, when did you meet him? What time of day, I mean?
About 1?
The lunch hour. Probably worked it out in advance. Found an office usually left open and just moved in for the time you were here.
Then how do I know this is your office?
Mrs. Foster, take a memo to Bartholomew and security recommending
Bartholomew.
recommending that embassy offices be kept locked during the lunch hour.
Starting with his own.
Give me the stamps, come on.
And what's your first name today?
Brian.
Brian Crookshank. Serves me right if I get stuck with that one.
Well, who asked you to get stuck with any of them? Come on.
Is there a Mrs. Crookshank?
Yes?
But we're divorced.
My mother. She lives in Detroit. You'd like her. She'd like you, too. Come on, give me those stamps.
Not until you prove to me that you're really Brian Crookshank.
All right, one day next week, I'll put it on a marriage license. How about that?
Quit stalling. I want some identification now.
I wouldn't lie on a
You
license.
can't prove
I
it
could
to
go
me,
to
can you?
jail.
You're still trying to... Marriage license? Did you say marriage license?
Now, don't change the subject. Just give me the stamp.
Oh, I love you, Adam, Alex, Peter, Brian, whatever your name is. Oh, I love you. I hope we have a lot of boys and we can name them all after you.
Well, before we start that, may I have the stamp?